Hi, Scottish Mudlarking with Nicole and Craig. Happy New Year! We wish you all a very happy, healthy and comfortable 2022. To kick things off this year, we're going to answer a big question that many of you have been asking. And we're going to answer it by following one of the world's most popular walking routes. So come join us on a video trail of the Fife Coastal Path. Each episode we'll take a wee peek at 4 or 5 places along the path. Today we begin in Toryburn before moving on to Charlestown, Limekilns and North Queensferry. Now sadly I wasn't able to find the metallic object that I managed to lose whilst looking at that piece of transferware plate, but I turned around and I found this. Now it looks like a tiny little ceramic bunch of flowers or something like that. Not quite sure what it is. Well, I'll take that along to Nicole. A nice wee piece of frosted clear glass here as well beside that, but I think this is a lovely wee thing. There, that gives you a sense of the size of that as well. That's my fingertip, and you can see the size of that little bouquet of flowers there. Really pretty wee thing. I've found a tiny wee thing. Now I reckon it's a little bouquet of flowers. You tell me what you think.
Oh, that is so cute. It does look like a bouquet of flowers. Now that is really nice. I wonder if it maybe came from a little figurine holding a bouquet of flowers.
I think it probably did, yeah. It certainly has that look about it, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's very nice.
Cool. Okay, so now all we have to do is find the figurine.
Yeah, the head or the leg or anything like that.
The entire thing.
Yeah.
So that is a very, 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 very heavy piece of glass bottle.
Yeah, it's very nice. Got a couple of letters on it as well.
It's an O and an A, I reckon.
Oh, Aloha.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Very likely.
Yeah, that's likely that's the Aloha Brewery then.
It is, yeah. It's not the one that is going just now, so this is one of the older pieces.
A number of breweries have been based in Aloha over the years. Aloha is around 11 miles upriver from Toryburn. We only know of one brewer that called itself the Aloha Brewery Company, and it emerged sometime after 1930. But the origin of that brewery can be traced to 1810, when Andrew Roy set up in the town of Aloha. That brewery went through several name changes and owners before it became the Aloha Brewery Company. However, we think this bottle is much more likely to be from an earlier brewer called George Younger. Younger's family made their money in salt panning in the nearby village of Kilmarnock. George established his company in the Meadow Brewery in Bank Street, Aloha in 1745. It would expand significantly after the business was passed to his son, eventually becoming the largest brewery in Scotland outside of the capital, Edinburgh. Despite its success, Younger's was not registered as a company until 1897, after which grew and grew. We think this bottle may be an early Younger's bottle because of the positioning of the lettering that we found. As we can only find a single example of an Aloha Brewing Company bottle, there may well be much more to add to this story.
And I found something that could almost go with it. Well,
okay, let's have a look at that.
Similar.
That's very cool. That's very, very clear as well. So the wind's picking up again. I know I'm kind of fixated by the wind. That's because we have a new microphone and it can sound a bit rough if it gets hit directly by the wind. Anyway, we'll stop talking about the wind. That is a very cool find. That's very nice. You can see very, very clearly what it says on the bottle. I'm not sure what it says on the top. Is that Glenlivet maybe? Is that a whiskey bottle?
Oh, I think it might be like a brewery, Glen, maybe Wood, Glen W.
Ah, okay, yeah.
I'm not sure what the local brewery in Dunfermline was, but yeah, this is on the bottom there, just says Dunfermline.
Yeah, a wee Doug joined us on the beach there. I'm not sure if you can see that. But anyway, yeah. Okay. So Dunfermline, of course, no, it's not Dundee, is it? It's Dunfermline.
No, I thought Dundee at first, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So I've just spotted this little old bottleneck here, and it does look like it's a 17th century old bottleneck. Very nice, we're going to take that. And I've spotted something else in the mud. You can probably just see it in the background there. And I have no idea what it is. It looks like it might be glass. Oh, it's just a little piece. Oh, that's so nice. It's like a little cube, like a dice. Like a bit of a Rubik's Cube, man, an old one. So, might have been like an inkwell. Not sure. I think we're going to take these two pieces. Very cool. Haha, there it is. Another pipe stem. Very nice. A piece close to the bowl, little hole there. We are going to clean all the pipe stems up and keep our fingers crossed that there might be a little mark on any of them.
This is very cool. Oh, camera's got weird angles on me. That's a very, very cool piece. Very, very nicely lit. Nicole just spotted this and just said,
It's a little bit of sick glass. So
Yep.
yeah, that's sick glass, so we're going to take that. And I've also found two really nice bottlenecks. One older than the other. Can you spot which one that is?
there's a whole bunch of finds there. Now you're asking which of these bottlenecks or bottle tops look to be the oldest.
Huh?
Now, we'll leave 5 seconds for folks to ponder that if they're watching this at home.
Mm-hmm.
And after 5 seconds, that's a very fast 5 seconds, I'm going to say the one furthest to the left.
Yep, that's the one. That's the really wonky one, 17th century. That one is newer. And then I've also found this bit, and I've never found anything like it before. Actually, it could be like a salt shaker.
Oh yeah.
At first I thought it might have been like a fancy inkwell, but it's really nice, and I'm really gutted that it's not a whole piece.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always the case though, right? We're always gutted that it's not a whole piece. It would always be lovely to find a really nice big piece.
Yeah.
Complete, unscathed, well, you know, worn and weathered is nice.
Yeah, but I really do like these pieces, and the bottlenecks, they're going to look really nice cleaned up.
Cool. And my first find of the day proper has to be this nice wee blue piece. It's a lovely wee piece of glass. We'll get that out. That's actually really nice. It looks like it might be flash glass, that might be double layered. We'll get a closer look at that in a bit. Nicole's doing the smart thing today and she has a hat on, but sadly we cannot see her face at all when she's wearing it. Now, Nicole's been collecting some nurdles up in this part of the harbour, just at the opening, but I hope this is a wee bit nicer than many of the things that you've seen.
Ooh.
Now, is that flash glass or is that painted glass? Do you know?
Right. Ooh.
Because it looks like a very, very fine layer of blue that's on there.
Yeah. I would say it's flash glass. It's really pretty. It's not very frosted, but it's definitely old. So
Yeah.
that's promising, isn't it?
Very cool.
Yeah.
That's quite a collection of colourful plastics you've got there.
Yeah. So I'm collecting around this area, and of course I'm hoping to find a bead or a marble, but I'm definitely taking a lot of this plastic.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, we can use that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a really nice wee piece of blue I found, I think. That's very
It
cool.
is, yeah, very nice royal blue there.
Bit of a closer look at it there for you folks.
Uh-huh.
So the section of the harbour that we're looking at just now here in Limekilns dates back to the 1840s. And this was a major port for the exportation of coal and lime. And lime, of course, was used both in agriculture and in construction. So we're actually going inside the kilns now. I'm inside the kilns now. Oh, and you are as well.
We did.
Yeah.
There's quite a big opening here.
Yeah, I've gone through the wee opening. Wow. So you can see there that it was basically, as they say, hewn into the rock.
Quarried into the cliffside.
That's very cool. Can you see it? Such a nice colour. I'm sorry, I'm asking you if you can see it. I'm having difficulty seeing through the monitor or the camera today. It's so bright. But that's such a lovely coloured piece of glass there. I'll take that along to Nicole. And this wee green gem. Oh no, it's all shiny. We'll leave that. We'll take the other piece along and see what Nicole's doing.
It's a gorgeous piece of amberina sea glass. It's red and it's going to orange on the sides. That is really cool. Do you know how rare red sea glass is? It's like 1 in every 10,000 pieces or something.
And that's a really nice shape. Good size as well. And it looks to me like it's in pretty good shape. Not too shiny.
Yeah, we'll have to have a look at it when it's clean, but it's certainly really lovely in colour.
Awesome. Now we've got to find that marble for you.
Yeah. Where's that marble hiding? Yeah, I found an amazing turquoise piece of glass. Something that looks like it's probably from fishing, but it looks a bit like a bead, so I'm taking that. And a bit of what looks like chipped lacquer, but it's got a heart shape and it's really pretty.
That's cool. That turquoise piece is amazing.
Isn't it? Aha! Another piece of blue. Let's take that one. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a perfect cobalt blue. Like that, huh?
So there's tons of stuff around here. That's one of the things that I'm noticing. There's such a lot of little shards of glass and bits of plastic and all sorts, really.
Yeah.
But you found something quite special.
Yeah.
I got a sneak peek, I have to say. I looked down and saw what it was. Let's have a wee peek at that then.
Okay. Ta-da!
Okay, and why is that one special?
Well, it's a vulcanite stopper, and one of the 3 things that I love to find: marbles, beads and stoppers. So this counts as one of those 3.
Okay, let's take a close look at that. That's a really nice one.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit different. It's kind of oval shaped on the top.
Yeah, now do you think that oval shape was original? It looks like it is actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, they came in all different sizes and shapes. So
I'm going to turn that.
yeah.
Let's have a wee peek at the top end there. Now, it's far too dark because of the sunlight today. So I'm going to burrow round. Burrow's a word, folks. If you come round with me.
Alright,
Okay,
yeah.
so now we have the light shining on that. Okay, ooh, this is a bit precarious. Camera's going everywhere. I don't think that helped. Okay, so we'll take a closer look at that when we get back to the house, and we will see if we can identify a maker's name or mark on it. But that's really cool. So that's 1 out of 3.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's find the other 2 bits.
Got to find that marble.
Yeah.
I think you can see it. Really nice big chunky piece as well. That's lovely.
Yeah, and it's
So
really
chunky.
unusual colour as well. Oh, I'm taking that. So, second find of the day. Huge chunk of blue glass. Really lovely and quite unusual colour. So let's see if we can make that into a pendant. Really chunky pendant. I think that'll look great.
So I've just caught up with Nicole, and there's these two pieces that I found. Now, this is another piece of black glass. Really nicely frosted pieces of black glass as well. It's a wee bit shiny here, but it's these letters. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll ask Nicole to lift that up to the light so we can get a clearer look at that.
Oh.
But I reckon that says whiskey. What do you think? Just H-I-S-K.
Oh, I am not sure. Yeah, I think it might be. Yeah. So what is this? Marnov? Oh, is it Smirnoff?
Smirnoff don't make whiskey.
No. How weird.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it.
Now, you reckon that might say Kilmarnock?
Yeah. I think so. Kilmarnock, and then I think you're right. Whiskey.
Yeah.
And then there's like a partial S on the top. That's a great find.
We'll have to have a look and see if we can find a distillery that's in Kilmarnock.
Yeah.
Given that it's Scotland, I think we'll probably manage.
Possibly, yeah. See if we can see what the bottle looked like before.
Yeah. It's an interesting shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was up on the harbour wall there and I heard a wee excited noise. What you got?
It's a massive piece of pink flash glass.
Very cool.
Yeah, let's have a look at it.
Yeah. That's quite big, isn't it? That's a really large piece. Have we found a
Wow.
piece as big as that before?
Oh, maybe once, but it's really rare and it's in very nice frosted condition, so there isn't really any shiny bit there, so that's really lovely.
Yeah, it's very cool. And you know what I've seen right in front of you?
A button.
Yeah.
I just spotted that as well. Let's go get the button.
Yeah, what do you reckon? I mean, probably can't tell by touch, right?
It does feel a little bit plasticky, so I think it's probably a plastic button. I'll turn it around.
Still a button.
Cute as a button. We're taking it.
Yeah, it's a wee button. It's a plastic button, but nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a cool find.
Yeah, and plastic's been around for a while.
Yeah, might be Bakelite.
So we had just said we were heading back to the car and Nicole looked down and found this. Now, I know that these are a matter of taste, but they're the classic harbour find or foreshore find. It is the pipe stem, and this is such a long one. If maybe Nicole could pick that up and show us how long it is, or just even put a hand down roughly beside it, you can see that it's really long. It's a long pipe stem, very similar to the one that you found a little bit further up the shore.
Yeah, let's take this one.
Now, just as I asked Nicole to come in here and have a look at this, she made a wee gasp.
Yeah.
So we'll go over it and we'll see what it was that caught her attention. Okay, so this is the first time I think we've found anything quite like this. And again, an acquired taste, but this time not just the stem, but a good part of the bowl as well. So that would have been a wee bowl, maybe one of these wee tiny bowls.
Yeah.
When tobacco was really expensive, you just popped a tiny wee nibble of tobacco in there, and that's all you could afford.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yep.
Oops.
Oh, that's got a little. You can see the little base here as well. Let's pop that up here, and we can have a look at that.
Okay. Well, that looks very small, the bowl, and as far as I know, the smaller the bowl, the older they are.
Yeah, because tobacco was expensive, and as tobacco became increasingly inexpensive, then the bowls got bigger. Now, I'm not sure if that is a glaze, if that's decoration on this pipe, or if that's some form of dirt. So we'll have to take a closer look at that and see what we can make of it. But that's an excellent find. Well, you've got to be very happy with that. That's an excellent find. I think we've found little pieces of bowls before, lots of little stem pieces, but never a stem attached to a bowl, and with that little stand, that little heel piece as well, which I think we'll find out the correct name of when we get back home. That's very cool.
This is my find of the day.
not sure what this wee yellow thing is. It looks like it might be a tiny, tiny button. Maybe it's a bead. I'm really not sure. I'll go show this to Nicole, see what she makes of that. Might be a bead. Nice wee yellow glass piece.
Well, that's rather lovely, and it's yellow, which is really rare, and it's got like little lines, so it's almost like it's a kind of malachite glass, but in yellow. That's really nice.
It's very cool.
That's a great find.
Do you know what? I think the colours just brought out the sun as well.
Yeah. Oh, good. Yeah.
Nice change to see the sun. It's not been a bad day,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think this is the first time the sun's really broke through and given us some nice weather.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll light up some more nice finds.
Yeah. Cool.
What a lovely wee thing.
That's cool.
This is an old bottleneck, but that looks to me like it's either a spritzer, maybe a perfume bottle, something of that sort.
Alright, there's definitely glass.
Do you know, it might even be again a lampshade of some description.
Oh, yeah.
An old glass lamp.
Like a fairy light.
Maybe like a fairy light.
Yeah. Let's take that and we'll see if we can find something out about it.
Yeah, cool. Let's do that.
Fairy lights conjure up images of Christmas time, but the name was originally used to refer to two distinct kinds of lighting, neither of which were strongly associated with Christmas or the trees that fairy lights light up these days. The term fairy lights is said to have first been coined to refer to the electrical lighting that was installed in the Savoy Theatre in London in 1881. Controversy over who exactly perfected the incandescent electric bulb aside, the Savoy was lit up by Joseph Swan. 1 year later, Swan miniaturised his inventions to add a magical appearance to fairy characters in a Gilbert and Sullivan operetta. As interesting as that story is, it's a slightly later invention that interests us today. Candlemaker Samuel Clarke was an innovative character and an astute salesman. Before electricity was rolled out across the country, most houses were lit by the household hearth. Candlelight was used to augment rather than provide a main source of light. Consequentially, fire was a very real danger. But fear of what lurked in the dark made sure that candles were kept lit. In 1885, Clarke came up with the promotional idea to sell his pyramid candles. Clarke's invention was simple enough, but it proved incredibly popular. Clarke patented a small saucer or candle holder and an accompanying glass hood or shade with an opening in the top. Clarke's invention placed a glass barrier between the naked flame and its potential to ignite soft furnishings and the like. To begin with, the lamps were simple, though it did not take long for more elaborate versions to meet the fashion demands of the Victorians. Coloured glass, elaborate stands, complex glasswork were all embraced and marketed for this new, safe form of lighting. Fairy light marketing played on common fears to encourage customers of their need for this new covered lighting. Despite the dark advertising campaigns that claimed that they ensured safety from fire and robbery, these lamps quickly became known and then sold as fairy lights. They became a must-have for night lighting in dark corridors, nurseries and at fashionable garden parties held late into summer nights. The popularity of fairy lights spread. Queen Victoria herself reputedly owned 1,500 of them. These beautiful delicate lights continued to be used as night lights until into the 1920s. The demise of their popularity coincides with the advent of electrical lighting in the UK. By 1930, around 2/3 of UK homes were installed and lit with electricity. As with many things, a nostalgia for candlelight encouraged a revival, and in the 1950s, glass manufacturers like Fenton began reproducing fairy night lights again.
that's a really lovely tiny green milk glass bead, and it looks like a dice, but it's not. And it's got a couple of markings on it, so if you can see it.
Very cool. You can come a
Yay!
wee bit closer.
Well, that's as far along the coastal path as we're going today. We're going to start off in Kirkcaldy next time, so please join us for that. It only remains for me to say thank you so much for watching, liking, commenting and subscribing to the channel. And an extra special thanks to everyone for helping to support the channel through Ko-fi and Etsy. Thank you all so much. We'll see you next time.